What I'd like to go through for everyone today is how you can process a credit card payment for your patients from a variety of locations throughout your Practice Suite software. Now, if you currently don't have this product set up within the system, there is no setup fee for this, and there is no monthly fee for it as well. The transaction fee for credit card payments is a flat rate, and that would be 2.89%. And that's billed one time at the end of the month. So moving forward, what I'd like to show you are the most common places that you will take a payment throughout your Practice Suite software. And when a patient comes into the office, typically if they're standing at the front desk, you'll have their appointment information up. Our test patient here is Jenny Jefferson. So you've got Jenny Jefferson's information at the screen. You'll already know what her copay is for the day. All that needs to be done is to click on New Payment. And once inside the payment entry screen, you'll select Credit Card. As an example, if this is the first time that a patient comes into your practice, you'll be wanting to take the credit card information and store it for future payments, with their permission, of course. You can do it one of two ways. The first way is to input it manually, but we will be providing to your practice one free USB card swiper. Now, USB connection will plug into a laptop or any type of tower for use. It is designed specifically for your Practice Suite software. So when you swipe that card, the information will populate here in the screen. You'll have that option to save it for future payments. Once again, it will typically default to copay, but you are able to make changes to what type of payment it is using the pull-down tab, change the amount in the screen, and then process. Now, if you'll see at the bottom of the screen, there are three separate buttons. That first green button is to process a payment, okay? When processing a payment, it will not apply to any past due balances. It's going to be on account. And I'm going to be showing you where that money sits on account. So when it is time for payment posting, you'll know exactly where it is. The second option is to save and apply. Save and apply will apply that payment to any past due balance that the patient may have. So that is that second option. The third option is to save and print. Save and print will process the payment, put the money on account, and you'll be able to print out a confirmation for the patient. If they're standing in front of you, it'll print to a PDF at that point. The second most common place, or most common time that a credit card payment is taken, is over the phone. Now, patients will call in, either someone at the front desk or someone in the back office, a billing person. They'll want to take a look up, they'll want to research that patient. You'll just go straight to the patient link. We'll type in the patient's name. And you can go directly to the patient's chart. Once the patient's chart is open, right below the picture, you'll see the location where it says Enter Payment. Clicking on to Enter Payment brings up that payment entry screen that I've showed previously. So it's not going to change the look of the payment entry screen, no matter which way you go into it. Okay? So you do have those options at the bottom. Once again, process a payment, process or pay on a past due balance, and then process a payment and print so you can give them a confirmation. One thing I would like to show you is a very common question we get. What does the approval or denial look if credit card payments happen? You'll see on to the left, this is the button for approval. And typically these smaller tabs in blue is what it will look like if for some reason the credit card payment was declined. For quick reference to the financial information for the patient, so you're wanting to know how much money is on hold, past due balance, and so on. To your right-hand side, there's a financial summary tab. Once we click onto that financial summary tab, you'll see where the credit on account is located right here. For demonstration purposes, there is a lot of money here on this account. And there's also a balance. So at this point, there is money on account that can be applied to a previous balance. But for informational purposes, you've got all this information for that person working at the front desk or in the back office. Another location where you'll be able to see where this money sits on file, as well as if any of these credit card transactions have been processed or not. If you bear with me a moment, it just takes a couple seconds to load. Go down to the bottom, you'll see the on-account location, showing you that on-account credit balance. These are all the credit card transactions that have taken place for the patient, and they have not been applied at this point. Once applied, the line item will disappear from the screen. If for some reason, if you had processed a payment and the patient does want a confirmation, you can print it from this location as well. So if they've just processed a payment, but it wasn't applied, this is that spot if they call in. Also, there is a search tool at the top in order to review all the credit card transactions for the patient. So at any time, you can come into this portion and review. Now, a lot of our customers will tell us, they'll ask us, do you offer payment arrangements for patients? A payment arrangement option. Now, what I'd like to show you is our payment arrangements. This is a convenience factor for the practice. This way, you can set up a payment arrangement for your patients. So all they have to do is tell you their balance, how they like to pay it over a period of time. All that information can be set up right here. The amount, the time frame, so on and so forth. But that is the payment arrangement option, and that is available to you as well. Another place that we can offer where patients can make payments is through an online payment portal. And what we will be doing for you, if needed, we can provide you with a link that you can embed into your website so that your patients can make payments online. Once your patients click onto the banner or your link on your website, this is what they will see. Is where their patient information can be inputted. So at this point, they would put in their name, their last name, their first name, their date of birth, and a statement number. When the statement number, once they've gotten into this portion of it, just like typically with most payments online, inputting their credit card information, choosing the amount they want to pay, and what they are doing at this point is paying on a past due balance. So they will pay on the past due balance, and they will get confirmation as well. So this is another option that you have in regards to credit card payments. In regards to reporting, and this is big for everyone in the office. Inside of Report Central, which houses all of your reports, you have a Favorites tab. We will recommend I-18 as a credit card transaction report. This way you can run a date range for payments taken during the day, the week, the month, the quarter, so on and so forth. So anytime any type of reporting or reconciling needs to be done, you've got access to it. In regards to deposits to the bank account that is on file typically take between 24 and 48 hours to deposit into the bank account. I like to reemphasize that there are no setup fees for this service. There are no monthly fees. The transaction fee would be 2.89%. We like to give the example, if you took in $1,000 worth of credit card charges for the month, your bill would be $28.90. That would be debited from the bank account where your credit card deposits take place. Okay? At any time, if you have questions, we are able to perform this demo for any team member that needs it. And at this point, that would be the end of my presentation.